From 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 4-8, love is patient, love is kind. It is not jealous, is not pompous, does not seek its own interests, it is not quick-tempered, it does not brood over injury, it does not rejoice over wrongdoing but rejoices with the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. Please like, share and subscribe for additional updates. Part 1. Love's Power. Paul, the Apostle, brilliantly captures the essence and traits of love in 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verses 4-8. This passage emphasizes how important love is to a Christian's life. Love is a strong force that has the capacity to change people's lives and relationships. It is more than just an emotion or a sensation. In order to reflect the love that God has shown us, it is our duty as Christians to live lives that both embody and exhibit this love. Love is patient, love is kind, the verse says at the beginning. Knowing these two characteristics is fundamental to comprehending the essence of love. The quality of patience is the capacity to bear and persist in the face of challenges or irritations. It is the readiness to hold off and allow people the space and time they require in order to develop and evolve. Conversely, kindness is the behavior of being generous, empathic, and compassionate to others. The need to lend a hand and support people in need without anticipating anything in return is what it is. Part 2. Acts of love. The verse continues, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. Paul highlights here that love is humble and selfless. The traits of pride, bragging, and envy all originate from a self-centered viewpoint. Instead of pursuing self-interest or attention, love, on the other hand, is more concerned with the needs and welfare of others. The emotion of unhappiness or animosity towards someone else because of their assets, successes, or advantages is called envy. Love, on the other hand, rejoices in other people's blessings and celebrates their victories. It aims to uplift people rather than bring them low. Since both boasting and pride entail an excessive sense of self-importance, they are closely related. But love is marked by humility and an awareness of our own limits. It recognizes that God is the source of all good things and aims to exalt Him above ourselves. The verse goes on, it keeps no record of wrongdoings, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, and it does not dishonor others. These quotes emphasize how crucial reconciliation and forgiveness are to healthy relationships. Love treats others with honor and dignity rather than aiming to hurt or degrade them. It is not self-serving, which means that it does not put one's own goals or aspirations ahead of the welfare of others. Furthermore, love does not become enraged readily or react negatively quickly. It doesn't keep track of wrongs done or harbor resentment. Rather, love extends grace and forgiveness in an effort to mend and reunite shattered relationships. Part 3. Love is everlasting. The verse's last line declares, love rejoices with the truth and does not delight in evil. It consistently perseveres, hopes, trusts, and protects. Paul highlights the steadfast and eternal quality of love in this passage. Love rejoices in justice and truth rather than in wickedness or transgression. By defending justice and fighting for the rights of the weak and oppressed, it aims to safeguard and defend others. Love also has faith in the potential and intrinsic goodness of people. It creates a hopeful atmosphere that motivates and inspires people to develop and thrive. And lastly, love endures in all situations. Despite obstacles and trials, it never gives up or loses faith. Even in the midst of hardship, love never wavers or breaks. In summary, the Apostle Paul gives a sophisticated explanation of love and its transformational potential in 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verses 4-8. Love is humble, selfless, patient, and kind. It makes amends, reconciles, and looks out for the welfare of others. Love is glad in the truth, and it guards, believes, hopes, and endures. It is our duty as Christians to live out and exhibit this love in the relationships we have with other people. This text asks us to consider our own relationships and lifestyles. Do we actually embody the love that Paul speaks of? Do we have the ability to be nice and patient, or do we get frustrated and rude easily? Do we battle with pride, bragging, and envy, or are we selfless and humble? Do we harbor grudges and keep track of wrongs, or do we seek reconciliation and forgiveness? The capacity of love to mirror the love that God has offered us is ultimately what gives it its strength. God is patient, kind, selfless, and steadfast. We are changed by His love and given the ability to love others in return. May we be reminded of God's love for us and the amazing influence our love may have on the world around us as we work to live out 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verses 4-8.